everybody. My name's Ewan. I'm the harbour watchkeeper in Whitby Harbour. What a beautiful it's here. It's a lovely sunny morning and I'm on duty this morning. But it's a lovely day for crabbing, isn't it? Which is a real family favourite pastime here in Whitby. And I'm all for people doing it. But please, can I show you something? And it's kind of it's not good behaviour. There's a minority of people that come to Whitby, they enjoy the crabbing, then they leave the crab lines behind, dangling over the side. And what happens then? They get tangled up in the harbour infrastructure, get tangled up in wildlife. Wildlife get tangled up in them, and they get tangled up in sort of boat propellers and things like that, and it just looks really unsightly. And it's a problem that really blights Whitby and the rest of the sort of Yorkshire coast, and I imagine lots of other towns around the UK as well. So I've come down to the fish quay, out on the fish quay this morning, and I just thought, and immediately here at the tea stall, one of the most popular spots for crabbing in Whitby, I've come across a number of crab lines which I'm going to clear up with a bag and put them in one of our special crab line bins that we have. We only have one at the minute, but there is a plan to get more. We have one of those on Kiddie's Corner, another popular place for crabbing, and it's a bin designed only for crab lines and the net that goes with it. And what we do with that is we put it in a special container belonging to a company called, I think it's Netgear, and they take it to be specially recycled, along with old ropes and fishing nets and things like that. So we have one of those bits specially designed, and it works alongside a we also have a crabbing code of conduct here to follow in Whitby on Kiddie's Corner, which is there put there by NIFCA, the North Eastern Fisheries Coastal Authority, I think that's what it stands for anyway. And basically that code of conduct is there for people to follow when they are crabbing, and it's a way of protecting the crabs and protecting the livestock whilst having fun. And I'll show you the signage down there on Kiddie's Corner, and there is more around the harbour I think as well, but I'll show you the signage on Kiddie's Corner, which tells you all about it and the do's and don'ts of crabbing. And I'll show you the crab lines bin as well. Now, the NIFCA signage and the code of conduct I featured in one of my other videos, which is called Responsible Crabbing in Whitby Harbour. And what that video entails, it's a compilation of pictures of crab lines that have been left hanging around and caused problems and got tangled up in the harbour and looked unsightly. There's comments, it features comments from different boat owners and shop owners, and an interview with a local boat owner, and we've got their thoughts on how people should crab responsibly. We've got some images of wildlife in there that have been caught up in another area of the UK in some crab lines, and it also features the crabbing code of conduct, which I talk about in detail. So if you want to have a look at that video, just have a look further on my channel. There is also another video that I've done, it's called Irresponsible Crabbing in Whitby Harbour, and that is GoPro footage of me in my kayak going around with a pair of scissors and a bucket, and I go to all the hot spots in the area where crab lines are tangled up, in Dock End, at the fuel berth, at the swing bridge, and there you see the real issue of what your one discarded crab line, the damage it can do around the harbour, and if it's left, and if they're left there, they can be there for months and months and months and years and years and years until somebody clears them away. So that video shows you hard evidence of the problems that they cause. But I'm just going to pan the camera around now. We're here at Tea Stall. I'll show you how many crab lines that we've got here, and I'm going to collect these up and take them to the bin on Kiddie's Corner. I'm going to empty the bin and I'm told there's a lot on Kiddie's Corner as well. So there's a lot of crab lines being left out, so I'll tidy all of that up, put them all in the bin and change the bin over. But we'll have a look now at the crab lines. You alright? Alright.
Have you done TikToks about this?
I am doing. Yeah, I'm highlighting the problem. There we go, we got, I think 1, 2, 3, don't mind me, that's the local fisherman. 4, 5, there's about 5 crab lines there, 5 or 6 crab lines. There we go. It just looks unsightly, doesn't it? Okay, so ladies and gents, I'm down here on Kiddie's Corner. Like I said, the woods, I was going to come down and clear it down here. I was told this morning there was stuff everywhere. It's not quite as bad as that. Thankfully, it has been a lot worse. We've seen literally, once I came down, there's about 10 or 15 crab lines here. There is still a few strewn around and just left in an unsightly pile. So I'm going to show you those, and then I'm going to show you the bin and the crabbing code of conduct. Now, let's have a look at the crab lines. This one here, that's all tangled up and just left strewn and dangling on the ladder there. Well, it just looks unsightly, doesn't it? Sorry about the camera cover there. It's littering, and littering is an offence. That's my radio going up there, sorry guys. So, we'll have the bin here in its casing, but next to it, people have just left these lines here. It is a bit windy, I'll give it that. But for me, if the bin is full, like it is, actually well done, those people, that's okay really. I would prefer those going to an normal bin, but at least they have been neatly stacked on top. If the bin is full, then take your rubbish home with you. Take it to the recycling centre or something like that, rather than just leave it here to go into this unsightly mess. So here's the bin here. It's on Kiddie's Corner. There's only one at the minute, and it will get empty regularly. So there's a sign on here: crab lines only. We don't want the buckets going on here. We don't want any plastic film, plastic packaging and stuff. Plastic packaging can go in normal bin. With your buckets, best thing to do is either put those in like a normal big bin, ideally though, recycle them in a proper bin somewhere else, a proper plastic bin, or take them home. Why do you need to waste things? You shouldn't really just buy a bucket and use it once and then bin it, really, that's wasteful. So we're going to get some more of these. I've been on with the harbour office, and the plan is eventually to have 4 of them, and one will be here, one will be back down there at Teesall. We're going to have one at Dock End, and potentially one over there at Church Street along the there's like a walkway there. That's a popular place for crabbing. We do see a lot people go crabbing along here, along New Quay Road. Now actually we ask you not to do that. There is, or was, some signage down there. If there isn't ample signage now, I will speak to the harbour office about that one, and I'll check the signage right now. But the reason we ask you not to go crabbing down there is because, look, it's where the boats tie up, all the way. I'll show you actually. Just get up these steps. It's a bit windy this morning. Because look, it's where the boats tie up. So what happens? People leave the crabs crab lines especially, and they get tangled up in mooring ropes and propellers, and these guys are working with owners, fishing pleasure owners, and it does affect their business and can damage their boats, etc. By leaving the crab lines there and doing the over there. So we ask you not to crab along New Quay Road and into Dock End. It's actually not meant to. You're not meant to do it. So what I'm going to do now, I will clean up these crab lines, get my gloves on, clean up these crab lines, and empty the bin. So you can see the signage there actually on the side of the crab line. Bin. Place your used crab lines and drop nets in this bin, and we'll recycle them for you. Don't forget to check out the crabbing code of conduct attached to the railings located here at Kiddy's Corner. This bin has been sustainably resourced and made from recycled wood, kindly donated by the Whitby Harbour Authority. So there we go. And here it is, the crabbing code of conduct. I forgot what it stood for. NIFCA, Inshore, Northeastern Inshore Fisheries and Conservation Authority. So it's on my video, but on my previous video, that's like I said, but I'll read it out to you again. So, crabbing code of conduct at Kiddy's Corner. Do change your water regularly to avoid stress and any keep the crabs in the sea water. Do remove any crabs who are fighting. Male crabs tend to be more aggressive than the females. Do make sure the crabs are all returned to the water safely, and remember to take all your equipment and rubbish home with you. Don't leave any crabbing gear on the quay. Do go crabbing. When done responsibly, crabbing is an excellent way to introduce children to marine ecology. I couldn't agree more. Most of all, have fun. Don't put too many crabs in one bucket and keep only 5 crabs per bucket. And don't keep them all day long, return them to the sea. Don't store your bucket in the sun. Okay, now one more thing I'm going to mention, just sort of in line with the crabbing code of conduct. I want to mention what you need to do if you see somebody who is fishing loads of crabs, keeping them in the bucket, and is quite clearly going to take them home to eat them, or go to take them back to a restaurant or something like that to be cooked at the restaurant. I need you guys to know that is an illegal activity, because the crabs are undersized and they are depleting their stocks by doing that. And also, you would be eating crabs out of the mucky harbour water and not the fresh seawater. So if anybody sees signs of that, then what I would encourage is for you to contact the Environment Agency. And if you can't get hold of them, the Harbour Office, but definitely inform the Harbour Office as well, because we can monitor that situation. So that's an illegal activity, and I would encourage people to report it. Thank you very much. If I walk along Dock End and I see some crab lines there, I will get a further video clip for you. Thank you for listening. Okay, so here in Dock End we have at least one example of what a crab line left lying around can actually do. It's tangled up in the ladder there, which is used by the fishermen. So that's going to be pretty difficult to get out of it, to get high water. Now there will be more like that, I can almost guarantee it, under the quay there, which will only be seen from a boat. But that's just the one here that's visible from the footpath. So that's the problem that they cause, and that's why you need to clear up after yourselves.